Okay, hey everyone, this is Sam the Frugal Hugel Gardener. I'm outside first thing in the morning in front of my manual tire changer, and I need to go ahead and dismount some tires off some rims and then remount them. And I thought I'd go ahead and do a video because I already did one, but I want to show you how you could do it yourself and save. If you were to bring a tire to the auto store, they would charge you to dismount it and mount it, balance it, put a stem valve in it, and so forth. And that costs money. So if you want to, and plus the cost of the tire is more expensive. So if you order a tire online, a good brand, one that you like, that matches your vehicle, it's going to be cheaper to get it shipped to you. You could still bring it in and have it mounted, but I choose to do all my tires myself on my tractors, lawnmower, and so forth. And now I'm going to do my truck tires because I got two of them that got flats. One had a flat, I put the spare on. The other one got a slash in the sidewall, so two of them got slashes in the sidewalls, and two of them had big blowouts. I'll show you those in a second. So on my manual tire changer here, I'm on my trailer and I bolted it to the deck of the trailer so I don't have to bolt it in concrete or anything. Plus I moved my trailer over here in the shade. We're in Florida. It's going to be in the upper 90s. I'm sweating already, but it's going to be in the upper 90s here in a few minutes. And this is going to give me a little bit of shade throughout the day, and hopefully it doesn't take that long. So let me show you. This is a manual tire changer, and this is called a swing on. They sold separate, but you can see I put the swing on, and it goes around like that. And that's going to remove the tire. And I'm going to show you how to use both. They do say that you don't need this, but you really do. And let me show you what else you need. So right on the bottom of the tire changer, this goes in the tire to pop the bead on the tire. Once you have the bead on both sides popped, you put the tire up here and you remove it. I already removed this tire. This tire I'm going to remove now, and you can see, look at that, there's a big gash in the side. This tire here got burnt, and this tire here had a blowout. I got two new tires that I'm going to put on. Okay, so before you get started, this also comes with the manual tire changer, but this is only good for spinning it and helping to remove the bead. I don't like using that except for spinning it. And this one's got a little bend in it because I went a little too hard on the tire. So these are tire bars. They got different ends on them, and they're made so that you can slip it in, pull it up, and spin it without ripping the bead on your tire. If you use a screwdriver or a crowbar or even this bar, you're probably going to rip the bead and you're not going to have a good seal. So I have 3 2-foot bars. You can get these online, but they cost you like 2 to 3 times more. Or just go to Harbor Freight. They're like $7.13 a piece, and they're like $20 each online. And a lot of them, you got to watch, a lot of them are only 12 inches. This is 24 inches. I like the longer ones. Now these, I'll show you how to use these. These, you put it around the rim, you tighten it up, and it keeps the tire down below the lip so the tire could slip forward and remove it. If you don't use one of these, I'll show you. It's going to push against the beveled part of the rim, and you're not going to be able to get your tire off without ruining it. You want to have some bead lubricant, and you want rust inhibitor. Do not get any without rust inhibitor. A lot of people use dishwashing soap. It's okay to remove it, but to remount it, the soap stays in against your rim. And if you have aluminum rims, they pit. And if you have metal rims, they go ahead and rust. And the rust eventually is going to rust through your rim and just bead up, and you'll have an air leak through the rust part. So use rust inhibitor. So you want to make sure you got some water handy with a rag, because you're going to want to clean the rim, the inside and around the outside of the rim. And you're going to make sure your tires are clean when you go to put it on, or there'll be some sand or dirt in there and it won't create a proper bead. So you want to take this, because you don't want to contaminate it, and you want to put it in something small so you could dip in there to clean, and so you could dip your brush that goes around to put it on, the applicator. So if you notice, I have both, because I just want to go like this and put it on. And then when I put it back in here, if this gets contaminated, it's okay. This stays clean. Don't stick it in there like that. And you want some pliers. The pliers are going to remove your balancing weights that are on the tire. You have to remove them, because when you go to spin it on, it'll catch, and that will ruin the bead as well. Okay, so fingers crossed. I'm going to go ahead and mount a tire right now. I already dismounted it, so I'm going to mount it. And then, if all goes well, which it will, I'm going to take another tire, the one with the slit. I'm going to go ahead and pop the bead, and I'm going to get it on the tire changer, center it, make sure the swing arm goes around, and then I'm going to go ahead and fight with it, hopefully easy to get this under it and to remove it. So let's see how it all goes. I need to do it regardless if I'm videoing or not. I just decided to throw a video up. Remember, I'm running a homestead over here. This is how I live. I'm the frugal Hugel gardener. I like being frugal when I can, and changing your old tires is definitely frugal. You're saving money. Hugel. I have a Hugel culture garden, and that's where I got that from, Frugal Hugel. And then gardener. I go ahead and I have a humongous garden. All these videos are below. And I got permaculture food forest in the making around the whole property, along with a pond that I dug. And you just got to dig into my videos to see everything. Not the greatest YouTuber, but this is the only way I know to video, to show you what is actually happening on my spread. And I always say the proof is in the pudding. I don't try to create things to video. I just video real life, what's going on, and how I tackle it. So with that said, let's get going. Okay, it's going to be a little bouncy, but I want to go ahead and clean this rim up a little bit. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and clean the inside. Okay, so right over here some dirt, and right over here is another weight on the bottom. So I'm going to have to remove this weight here, and I'm going to clean this up the best I could, especially on the flares over here. So let me get that going. Okay, so I cleaned it up. Now I'm going to dry it. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the tire up here. Okay, so I have my tire right here. The trailer is going to bounce, so the camera might bounce. But I have to take this and put it up here so I can mount it. Okay, so I want to lube up the tire a little bit. So I'm going to put some on the bead going around. I'm going to put some on the rim before I start. Okay, you're going to turn this around. And put some on the bottom side. Or top, it don't matter. You just want it on both sides. Okay, so now I got to set the tire on here. Now this is a non-directional tire. If it was directional, you have to make sure you got it going the right way. Okay, let me see if I can position this so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm holding the tire up with my waist here. I want to go ahead and take this, remove this part of it. Okay, so I want to put this right here on the rim. And what that's going to do, it's going to hold the tire there. So when I go ahead and take this and move it round, it pushes the tire down. So now I'm going to take the tire bar. I'm going to come in here and move it like this. Hopefully you can see. So I'm just going to move it, and you see right over here, it just pushes it down. You see how easy that was? It slipped right on. The soap and the bead seal helped it go down. So now I want to push this all the way back. I want to get this part here underneath. Right there like that. Okay, so you can see this is on here. If I went to pull that, this is just going to keep slipping. But with this here, it's going to stop it. So I'm going to go ahead with my applicator and put some more on, because I really want it to slide nicely. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this on. See right here when I'm spinning, you see this tire's moving, but this is keeping it from sliding. See that? And now it's pushing it in. And it's pushing it in and holding it down below the bead here. If this was up here, you'll never get it on. It has to be below that. Okay, see how easy it's going on? I'll put this over here so you can see. Now this right here is holding the tire in place. Otherwise the tire, you would never get it around because this will keep coming around. Now, just do this. And now it's almost, see, this is still holding it down. And this is coming around. And it's pushing it down. What's pushing it down is this part of the duck bill over here. You put it on this way. To remove it, you go the opposite way using this side. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, I'll give you this angle. Okay, now I could go ahead and remove this. Okay, I gotta get that off of the duck head right here, just by doing that. There it is. Okay, so this tire is mounted. If you want to replace your valve stem, you could. I'm leaving the same valve stem on because it was nothing was wrong with the valve stem. And if there is, right here, I can go below there and remove it, cut it, remove it, and put another one in. Real easy, but I don't need to, so I'm just leaving it. You don't need to change your valve stems every time. So basically, this tire is on. So all I need to do is inflate it, but my compressor is on the other side of the house by the garage. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, and then I'll pull my trailer around over there, and then with all the tires mounted, I'll go ahead and inflate them. Okay, so that's how easy it is to put a new tire on a rim. Or even if you took your tire off that was used, patched it and put it back on, you can see how easy it is to put on. Now, taking it off is a different story. That's the hard part. So let's get with it. You notice I took this off. Now I have to unscrew this. So using this right here, it goes in the top, and you just loosen it a little bit. This comes off. This comes off. Now your tire is ready to come off. Okay, so this tire here needs to be dismounted. So I got to break the bead. Okay, so to break the bead, you just set your tire right there, and you take this and you push down like that, and that broke the bead. Now you take this part, put it back, break the bead. Okay, that bead is off all the way around. Now you got to break the bead on this side, which is usually a little harder. Like I say, this side is always harder. Now I'm going to wet that soap down in there a little bit. Put this over here so you can see what's happening. See how that broke the bead? Okay, I think we're done. Let me just check it. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now I got to put this up here with the top side of the rim up, because this is where the big bead is. Okay, so I have this on there. So now what you want to do is you want to center the tire. And you see this is up that way and that's down. You want to use the upside on the bottom so it's V'd into the center. And now using your eye, you want to make sure these touch evenly all the way around like that. You want to screw that on. Now I'm going to take this unit and try to get it back on there. Okay, I got to remove this right here. They're real easy. Just grab it and pull. Just like that. And there may be one on the other side, but I don't have to deal with that at the moment. What I need to do is make sure this is up and adjust this in right over here. Okay, tighten it up. and make sure it spins around like that. Okay, so I want to put some of that bead sealer and soap on there. That way it spins nice. I want to put it on the duck head. Okay, great. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to put the spacers back on. When I spin it, I want this tire to be able to go that way. So I'm going to take this right here by the bead and push it on there and tighten it up. I'm going to take the second one and I'm going to put it right about here. Hopefully that works. You might have to readjust it. And I'm going to tighten it up. Make sure it's on there snug. Okay. So what that does, you see that bead right here, that lip? If this was touching the lip, you never get off, but you see how it goes down? You want this to go down in there, and that's going to create more space over here to pull the tire this way. Okay, so hopefully that pushes in. Here you go, like this. Okay. So what I did was right up over here, putting this on the duck bill and this one over here. See, I pulled this up over it. Okay. So with that over it and me holding this down, right over here, so I'm holding this up on the duck, down like this, and I have these here, which is going to keep it below the lip. Now I have to put this bar here and try to turn it. Gonna need a little bit more soap. Okay, so let's see if I can get it now. Okay, sorry about the rocking, but I am pushing hard on all this right now. Let me get this in here. I want to keep this up over the duck and it slipped down a little bit. Okay, so it's over the duck. Now I want to push real hard. Push a little more. get this in here. Okay. Okay, that's pushing good. I'm checking down here. My lip has plenty of room. Let me move this a little. Okay, so you can see these kept it from going back down in there. I think I can remove them now. This held the bead down low, but now I'm coming this way, so I got to remove this one. Okay, that's removed. Now I'm going to try to pull this some more around. Let's see. Okay, it's coming off, if you can see it. Now I got to remove this one because that will hold it. And I'm removing that so it will come off. So now I can take this, and that's it. This whole tire is removed on the top side. Now I gotta get that bottom side by dropping that side down and lifting this side up. Okay, so I put in new battery and I screwed that in better. Now I'm gonna finish removing the tire. A little bit more soap in here would help. Okay, there it is. Remove these. As you can see, the tire is off of the rim. Oh, so let's remove it totally. Now we want to put the new tire on. Let's just make sure that goes freely like that. Good to put a little bit of soap on there. It moves easier like that. Okay, so here's the tire. Make sure it's clean. Take a little soap, put it around like that, turn the tire around, okay, there's soap on there. Now let's get this tire, put it up and over like that. Okay, so I went ahead and put this on the rim right here. Now I'm going to spin this and push the tire onto the rim. Move this a little bit. Let me just put a little bit more soap on here on top side and bottom side. You don't want it to go dry on you. Okay, so there you go, it's on. Okay, as you can see, this is on. The bead is below, it's going to hold it down, and we're going to spin it. Once again, I'm going to put more soap on this. The more soap, the better. Okay, so you can see how it's going on. So with the soap on there, it helps it slide easier as you spin it, so it doesn't catch and split your bead. So I put a bunch on there, and you always got to watch it. See right here when I go, you see it's folding over. When I push, it's pushing the bead down. If this was dry, it would rip right there. Okay, just watch. Here's that little bit right there. Look, real easy. There it goes. On. Take this off. Okay, so I went ahead and put the first one on, removed the second one, put the new tire on. So now I got two brand new tires that I'm going to install on the rear of my truck, and I'm going to move the rear to the front and take the spares off. One spare is going up under the truck, and the other spare is going in the truck, in case I get two blowouts on the road at one time. Plus I have a trailer tire in the truck, and I got my jack and all my removal tools. So if I'm pulling the trailer and I get a blowout on trailer or the truck or both, I got everything nice and handy. Okay, so now all I gotta do is take these and go inflate them and put them on the truck. So with that said, hey, this is Sam the Frugal Hugel Gardener. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of my homesteading work that I do around here, and how I go ahead and remove and install a tire on the rim. Hope it helped you out. Once again, give me a like, that helps out my channel. Give me a share, that helps out my channel. Subscribe to my channel to see all the upcoming videos. Hope to see you soon.